Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with Jay Gordon Duncan. And if you're wondering why the J, the answer is I'm not a bagpipe player. And if that joke doesn't make any sense to you, I encourage you to check out episode 0, where I explain that joke as well as the purpose of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast, which is now making a better you. So, hello, friends. Thank you so much for returning. Great to have you with me. I am sitting here drinking my cup of coffee, recording a day late, actually recording on Sunday morning instead of Saturday morning. But that's okay. It's going to give me a few extra things to talk to you about. And I want to say thank you for tuning in last week. Last week, we talked about the idea of divine appointments or chance encounters. And I think that resonated with a few of you guys more than I anticipated. Definitely did with me. And you know what? One of those chance encounters, divine appointment things kind of worked itself out for me. So I think talking those things over review is really helpful. So thanks again, friends. Great to have you here in the home office, facing in the direction where you can see all the Chotsky, the awards, and the sports equipment, and not all my Kiss swag in this direction. It's interesting. I can't always decide which direction I want to face, but it seems almost as if the topic portrays or reflects the direction I'm facing. I just don't really do the blurred background or the this is going to hurt. Excuse me, the Capitalize Your Best podcast just didn't feel authentic anymore. So here we are. And I was reflecting on the week and I couldn't decide on what to share with you. So I just decided I would share everything with you. So I've got 5 lessons that I learned from this past week that I think can directly apply to your life. These are 5 lessons, or really 5 observations that I've seen. And maybe you can find yourself in one of these 5 and make it better for you. So let's hop right in. Number one lesson or observation I saw this week was choose to get the help. Choose to get the help. If you see yourself in an area of life where you're not doing well, and you know that you're making choices that are making things worse, that means you have the ability to make a choice in the midst of that situation. And you have to ask yourself, do you want to get better? And if you do, then you have to choose to get the help. I had a conversation with someone about this the other day, and they said, that's not easy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. But we have the choices of being victims of our circumstances, victims of our choices, or we can choose to get the help. And there's a variety of sources. I mean, Google chat alone will type in what you need to get the help for and locally, and it'll help you find it. You can walk into any social services in any county in this state and say, I need help. And they're going to point you in the right direction. It's a matter of making that choice over getting drunk repeatedly, or spending the money you don't have, or continuing to put yourself in relationships that are damaging. Just if you want to get better, choose to get the help. It's the question that was asked of John Assaraf when he began his career. His mentor asked him, well, are you interested or are you committed? Are you interested or are you committed? Because if you're interested in getting help, occasionally you will. If you're committed to getting help, nothing's going to stand in the way. It's harsh, but no one's saying it. Choose to get the help. If you know where you need to get help, go get the help. Because you're making other choices. And if you can make those choices, you can make a healthy one. Number 2, freedom is doing the hard thing. Freedom is doing the hard thing. Here's what I mean by that. When we have these hard things that are hanging over our head, we wake up every day and we think about them and they worry us. But if we do the hard thing, we then become free. If this difficult to do or something we're avoiding, it just hangs over our head. But when we do them, we find freedom because we are relieved. The problem goes away. Freedom is doing the hard thing, whether it's contacting your CPA or whether it is admitting to something you've not been truthful about. Your freedom is in doing the hard thing. I know that's true in exercise. You want real freedom, then exercise it. Do the hard thing. If you want a body or a health lifestyle that you want to choose, okay, do the hard thing, and then you'll get it. Freedom is doing the hard thing. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. That often just leads to poor choices. Freedom is doing the hard thing. Number three, pushing yourself makes you better. You will not get better unless you challenge yourself. No one sits around and gets better every single day. You don't get better by osmosis. Yes, being around smarter and better people will make you smarter and better, but you don't get around them and stay around them unless you're a person who pushes yourself, because that's who they are. Pushing yourself makes you better. I see that every day when I'm on the road, when I'm tempted to give up. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, Saturday, was my first 20 miler of my marathon training cycle. I'll do 5 20-mile runs. And within the first mile, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if my stomach is up for this today." And when you're running 20 miles, it's not only how your stomach is at the beginning, but you also know I'm going to be eating goos, these little energy packets, salt tabs. Like, it can really wreck your stomach if you're not careful. And I thought, I don't know if I've got this today. And I was like, but I can't skip a 20 miler, and I don't know when else I'll get it in. And guys, I did a negative split, which means the second half was faster than the first half. I didn't bonk, which means I didn't fall apart. Like, it was a successful 20 miler, and I was ready to quit within the first mile. But 3 hours, 6 minutes later, I was like, yes, I'm glad I stuck it out. Pushing yourself makes you better. That's number three. Four, if you are in what is supposed to be the happiest time of your life, but you're depressed, something is being revealed. That was a long one. If you're in what's supposed to be the happiest time of your life, but you are depressed, something is being revealed. That means you're realizing there's another circumstance that's got to change. You're learning something about your heart. Old relationships are fading away. You're revealing who people really are. If this is supposed to be the happiest time of your life, meaning like you've got the relationship you want, you've got the job you want, you've got the health you want, but then it's making you more depressed, or your depression is getting worse, something is being revealed, and you've got to do something about that. You're like, oh, I've always wanted to have this relationship, but it didn't make me happy. Oh, I've always wanted to make this much money, but it didn't make me happy. If you're in that circumstance, you finally got what you wanted, and your depression is really rearing its head, something is being revealed, and it's time for you to do something about it. If you don't do something about it, you might very well lose that thing that you have been hoping to have all your life. And so, please, guys, if you're in that happy moment, you got that thing that you've always wanted, and then all of a sudden you're the most depressed you've ever been, or your depression is even worse, it's something's being revealed. Do the hard work. And finally, every day is day one. You cannot rest on what you did yesterday. And there's a power in that. Now, whether you've built something great and so you're starting to do a day one again, or if you have failed and you're starting to do day one again, every day is day one. And there's so much power in that. And it's joyful. You might think, oh, I don't want to do every treat like every day one. It's depressing. I'm telling you what, it's wonderful. There's a lot of energy in day one. Think about back to school, all the energy that goes into that. If you treat your business that way, like, what am I building today? You have a lot to be thankful for. So, friends, these are 3 lessons or strategies learned this past week, observed. I hope they'll help you. I'm going to run through them again. 1, choose to get the help. If you know where you need to get the help, choose to get it. Otherwise, you're letting that circumstance or that thing run you. 2, freedom is doing the hard thing. Do the thing that you've been avoiding, or do the exercise you've been avoiding. 3, pushing yourself makes you better. You don't get better by just doing the same thing over and over again. 4, if you are depressed in the happiest moment of your life, something is being revealed and you've got to do something about it. And 5, every day is day one, friends. Every day is day one. I hope this has been helpful. I'm probably going to do more of these observational weeks. I hope it's been helpful. I'm looking forward to seeing what your feedback is on it. Let me know. And seriously, let me know, which background do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy the books, exercise equipment background, or do you enjoy the KISS background? I'd love to know which one you like here. So, friends, thanks so much. I look forward to talking to you again. Like, share. If you like this, let other people know about it. Comment on it. It means a lot if you would. And I'll talk to you again next week. Thanks, friends. Bye bye.